Well, we're not there yet. But damn, it does feel good. The telemetry data puts the wreckage out of range to hike. We're going to have to head back to the ship and land on a different part of the planet. Let's get going. Had I been on this planet under more pleasant circumstances, I might have had more time to appreciate the beauty it has to offer. Scanning the promising leads. This is what's left of the cruise shuttle. But it looks like parts were scavenged and dragged somewhere else. Could there have been survivors?
I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing.
Oh my god. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way. I don't know. You're kind of... The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born.
You were born here? Oh my god.
Jenna and Elias. Why?
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias Obrist. Listen to me. I knew your parents.
You're Sarah Morgan? My parents used to talk about you all the time. Yeah? Well, I wish you... My parents are dead. My father died alone. It's just me here now.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah.
Sona, you mentioned a graveyard.
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on.
Thank you, Sona.
Okay, Sarah. Yeah? Mom had slates with learning stuff on them. She used them to teach me how to read. I think we looked at that stuff every day. She called it... Mom was a doctor on her ship, so she taught me how to gather... She also taught me how to shoot this gun, in case bad people are... Bunch of jerks. They made all these promises. When I went to get the last bit of stuff that I had hid, Yeah, sure. Grown-ups always say that there's... When I get older, if I ever see those jerks again... I'm watching you.
Phew. Am I? I feel. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have time. If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those necklaces. Precisely. That also means you understand. Just please, be careful. Sona's monsters are undoubtedly hostile life forms that... Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. Oh, I don't know what to do. I knew I could depend on you. Now all we have to do is convince this poor girl that she's better off leaving the planet with us. I don't know if I have it in me to say the right things.
I can hear you talking about me. And I don't care what...
Look, I'm clearly out of my element here and not in the right state of mind. Could you...
Why won't Sarah listen to me? That doesn't make a lot of sense. She's only known about... That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had. I never thought of it that, but leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's... I suppose you're right. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I'm going to go get my stuff and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay up.
That poor girl. Oh, I do hope that we're ripping Sona from the only home she's ever known and casting her back wherever she ends up. Just promise. Thank you. Look, before we leave Cassiopeia behind, I promise it won't take long.
We'll talk later. I have a few things to pack.
Look, before we head back to the ship, you had to push me to come out here, and if I hadn't have listened to you... And I intend to repay you for that. Even, you know, this is the second time I've been on this world. And until this very moment, I never stopped. Oh, look at this place. This is the reason I'm out here. Shedding this burden of my past has finally allowed me to open my eyes. Still giving lessons to the teacher, eh? Well, I suppose it's time to bid goodbye. Now, let's head back to Jemison. While we're here, let's swing by Centaurian so I can pick up some ammo.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed in a second. Yes. What?
The UC's fleet must be the strongest out there. Welcome back.
And we did it for the child that was marooned there. A child. After her parents died. That poor girl spent years...
I'm sorry. Yes, of course. I think we can...
What you'd call an unfortunate circle.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. It is a tragedy. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of these men and women will never be...
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Spends a fortune to maintain the lodge, but I'd say it's worth every credit.
We should probably talk. There you are. I was wondering when you'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Sarah gave me directions. Riding that gnat thing was super cool. It was like magic or something. But the hardest part was having everyone staring at me. I think I like it. I don't know yet.
You'll fit in just fine. You're one of the smartest people I've... So, what do you think?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything...
Oh, don't... This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to and I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you...
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait...
Exactly. And this is the perfect...
I understand. Oh, and don't worry. I learn real fast. So you better get ready to have a nap.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to... have something for you when you have a moment. The Colony War Memorial is actually quite lovely, in a solemn sort of way. Yeah, take a look at this. If you'll just bear with me, I promise I'll explain everything.
I feel like starting them in the program young is the best way for them to achieve their dreams.
Look at this. All these people. I wonder how close I came to being reduced. I am proud. I was... You know what? Which is why we really need to talk about our friendship. Just let me have another moment here, and then we can head over to the waterfall. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. How are you? It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place... I hadn't thought of it that way. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Const. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot. That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. Good, because it's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learn... maybe it sounds crazy, but that young... Maybe. I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, and despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them... Are you sure? For all we know, it's in my nature to keep people at arm's length. Finding someone like that? Wait a second. What Sorry, I know you want to have a serious relationship. So, if you're willing to take that leap... You're something truly special. You know that? For the first time in my life, I feel... You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life. I love you. Always. In a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. I received a message from my mother a few days ago. She's returned from another one of her... Oh, of course. I'm sorry. The thing is, my mother and I don't talk very much. Good. When I say that to most people, they look at me. I don't think they realize how much control parents can exert on your life, especially when... Oh, I'm certain they felt they were doing the right... You see, both of my parents were diplomats working under the... After I completed my basic education, they... Wanted isn't the right word. For my apprenticeship, I was sent to Sidonia. My job, the silver lining of the job, was that it allowed me to spend time I was swallowed by it. Months before the apprenticeship ended, I dumped my diplomatic certificate. Of course, my parents didn't approve. We had a huge argument. Well, you see, my father was... I returned to Jemison for the funeral and reunited with my mother. Oh, aren't you sweet? Always... That's why I fell in love with you. Your smile, your caring. Listen, I'm going to be completely upfront with you. All this talk of family... You mean that? I've been dreaming about this moment and still... I swear, I'll love you I just need a little time to think about the ceremony. I have some thoughts about it. You know, I used to dream about finding the love of my life. And here you are. All I ever needed was you, right here beside me. Hey there. Glad to see you again. Don't stay away too long. Happy to listen. Of course you can, sweet. Every time you say those things. Hope we can talk later.
Oh, I've heard about you. The visitor who helped us get into... Sorry, Is it that obvious? Breckenridge is intent on finding a home just as perfect as I'd love to leave. But outside of you and the occasional passing trade ships we make... And besides, Breckenridge forbids it. I've tried... Oh my god, yes! Maybe it was all those movies I saw as a kid. Green Meadows. And we were so close to it, damn it! It's a long shot. You've dealt with her. But then again, you did make her see reason before and set us on this path. Sorry, I know it may not sound like it, but
The captain just needs an outside perspective. I'm confident we can get her to see reason here.
But I'll believe it when I'm finally off this bloody old ship.
this ship.
Now that we know what's out there.
Now that we know there are other people.
We've roamed the stars for... That planet was not right for us anyway. No doubt the next one will be. I'm well aware of Janet's desire to leave. I'll tell you the same thing I told... Each member of our community is valuable, especially Janet. If she left, we'd be at least a couple of weeks behind in food production. But... I suppose if you brought us more food staples to tide us over while that happens, we... Sorry, that's not going to be enough. If we're really going to do this, you'll need to bring me more. My crew may not realize it now. Well, if you can bring me... I'll be the judge of that. I suppose not. It would be bad for all of us. I know, which is why I'm taking it... I don't know that I can right now. We also... Sorry, I've made up my... Unless you can figure out some sort of reasonable alternative. Sorry. That planet was not right. Well, if you... I'll be the judge of that. I suppose not. I hear you. You know what? I may be starting to like you. Well, you've got away with words, I'll give you that. And while I'm not happy about letting one of our own go, I think you're right. Let her know she's free to leave on the next ship willing to take her. I just hope this doesn't...
You've made a wise choice, Captain.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Even if you can't convince... Wait, for real? How? I thought I was... If I'm being honest, I should have known you can do it. After all, you're the reason we're still out here. I was kind of hoping you'd overhear me and... I probably should have just asked you, but... I guess I'm not... Anyway... Thanks again. I'm going to need it. I hope we meet again someday.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
I maintain order around here, and I aim to continue that, even in these strange new times. I know Captain Brackenridge has essentially given you free rein to wander the ship. But I hope you understand. Given we have so little, it pays to take security seriously. Something I understand.
isn't the same as the real thing.
Everything's good so far. We're just making final preparations to jump out of here towards our next... Not quite sure yet. We've got a few possibilities for habitable planets to check out. We've just... That'd be great. Hopefully you can find us out there exploring, or if we finally settle.
this.
I can't believe this is happening. Hi there, traveler. Could you spare a moment? A member of our team is not what you'd call a peep. They got in an argument with our team leader and it's happened before, but they usually come back by now. Any chance you can track them down and convince... That's terrific.
sure there's something nearby.
Traveled a ways to find me. Save your breath if you want me to go home. The only thing that surprised me is that more people didn't follow me. I'll hear you out. I have been feeling that way myself. You're right. It isn't usually my way to just up and leave. Fine. Enough. I'll go back, alright? I'm ready to get home. I'll...
We're all breathing a sigh of relief around here now that we're all... Please take this. It's not much, but I hope it's... Take it from me. You don't want to ask anyone around here about their research.
We're
They'll
so
talk your
lucky you
ear
found
off
us.
for hours. I'm expecting a shipment of goods tomorrow, but looking for something specific. Alrighty. See you later.
Hey. Fieldwork's always been my passion. I can't imagine being stuck behind a desk.
Hello.
Hello.
Pardon.
Yes, what?
You did it! I can't believe it!
We're on the verge of a real breakthrough.
Because I do not experience boredom. I excel in the performance of menial tasks.
Hope you've calibrated that thing.
is an impressive mining operation.
I've been stationed in worse places than this. It's not every day that I get a new customer. This job's boring as... Here's what I've got in stock. Let me know if you have questions. Well, got to go. Bye.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Hey! Interested in making some credits? Scanners picked up some mineral deposits in a cave nearby. We need some boots on the ground to verify the scan. And get a taste of the minerals. Make sure it's worth sending a work crew. You can keep anything you dig up, as long as we can scan the sample. I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you kindly.
find anything useful?